season is finally over. We have another champion that has been crowned. The Boston Celtics are you guys' newest champions. And they just finished one of the most, if not the most easiest routes to winning an NBA championship ever in my lifetime that I've seen. But they win their 18th championship banner, one more than the Lakers now. And I'm sure the city of Boston is going to be crazy for the next couple of days. So it's been a long time. It's been 16 years now. A quick 16 years. Sheesh. 16 years ago. That feels old. Because the last time the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship, I was just graduated high school. Just got my first car. Still living in California. So that's how long it has been now. Amazing. They win 106-88. And Jaylen Brown, like I predicted. Actually, I did predict it. I don't know why I thought Jrue Holiday was going to do it. But anyways, whatever. As predicted, Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP. I know some people was probably like, what? But he came out hitting game one at all cylinders. So it does make sense. It really does. In tonight's game, he had only 21 points. 21 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. He did go 2 for 9 from 3, 7 from 23. People would look at that. He only scored 21 points compared to Jason Tatum scoring 31 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. 2 shy from a triple-double, going 11 for 24 from the field. Al Horford had 9, 15 from Jrue Holiday. Derek White had 14. Samuel Hauser off the bench with 8. Porzingis made his return in 16 minutes with 5 points. Pritchard had a 3. His only 3, knocking down that 3, I think, at halftime. Boston ran away with this game, starting early. It seemed like at first the Mavs was going to stick with them, and then they just took over late in that, especially late in the second quarter. They just took over. Next thing you know, it was just too late. The Mavericks looked like they had no energy at all. They looked like they ain't one play. Boston shot 33% from 3. Not the best, but they made it work. As for the Mavericks, you could say it's disappointing, but at the same time, anybody picked the Mavericks to get to the finals? Hell no. So there's nothing to be really disappointed about. But I can see where people are disappointed. PJ Washington had 4. Derrick Jones Jr. 10 points. Gafford with 6. He only had played 11 minutes. I don't know why they didn't play him longer. Kyrie Irving had 15 points. I'm going to get on him in a separate video. And 28 points for Luka Doncic. 12 for 25. 12 rebounds and 5 assists. They didn't get much production off the bench except for Josh Green, who had 14. Exum had 4. Hardy had 3. Hardaway only had 9 minutes and didn't score anything. Lively had 2 points, 24 minutes. Keebler had 2. The Mavericks just a shell of themselves tonight. 29% from 3, 44% from the field. It's terrible. It's quite terrible for what the Mavericks got at it. But you know what? The Mavericks, like I said, they're young. They're young. The Mavericks are young. Their star player is only 25 years old. People forget. They talk about, he'll never get back there again. I said, the Mavericks will be back there again. They're only 25 years old. Luka went to the finals before Dirk did. I think Dirk went out the finals at 28 years old, I think it was. 28, 27. Luka's only 25. Let's see here. Let me read some more notes up here. Let's see. Read some more notes here. Trying to look. Trying to see any records that was broken here. I do say it's quite weird that they won this championship on the same night 16 years ago. The Boston Celtics won it with the big three of Ray Allen and KG and Paul Pierce. I do say that's kind of weird. I almost felt like they almost choked the game on Friday so they can play on Monday. Let's see here. I'll try to see any records were broken here. They said with this win, the Celtics finished the playoffs 16-3, second only to 2016-17 Golden State Warriors, who was 16-1. Since the NBA went to 4 best-of-7 rounds of the playoffs since 2003. Celtics, up until Monday night's victory, had played more postseason games over 8 season spans without winning a title, more than any team in NBA history. The runs include 6 trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. Dang, they did 6 trips this year, last year, year before, 2020, I guess so. That's a lot. Haven't done anything with them. Because last year's loss in Game 7 when Boston became the 14th ever to force a Game 7 after falling behind 3-0. There was also a loss to the Warriors in 2022. NBA Finals after winning 2 of the first 3 games leading in the fourth quarter, Game 4. Before seeing Golden State celebrate its 4th title of the Stephen Curry era on Boston's home court. As a result, the title checked off boxes for many of Boston's top players. For Tatum and Brown, the 107 games they played together the most by a duo prior to winning their first championship game. Damn. She whiz. 107 games before you actually win a title? Tatum had the 5th more career playoff points at the time of his first championship, trailing only the late Jerry West, LeBron James, Dirk, and Kevin Durant. Horford, meanwhile, has played 186 games before his first title, the most in NBA history for a single player before winning their first title. So, anyways, I think Al Horford, the win tonight, Al Horford is the second player or member of that Atlanta Hawks team from back in the day, from the time they played the Celtics. You gotta remember, Al Horford was on that on that Hawks team that played that Big Three Celtics team, and he was pretty much on Atlanta for all that time up until I think they finally got rid of that team altogether. Because remember that one year when Budenholzer coached the Hawks, they was the number 1 team that year, or in the East. But I think that makes the second person from the Atlanta Hawks, from that team, from that era, to actually win a championship. I think the other one was Jeff Teague, who won it 3 years ago. I think everyone on this team, with the exception of Jrue Holiday, is the first time winning a championship too as well. I think Brad Stevens got a ring. I think he's upper management now, president of basketball operations. So, being the longtime coach of the Boston Celtics before Ime Udoka, he finally got a ring out of this. I know who's mad right now. I know there's 2 people. 2 people at least. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. I know there's 4 people right now that's probably looking at the Boston Celtics winning tonight or last night, whatever you want to look at it. And I know they steaming right now, knowing what just transpired tonight or last night, whenever this video is released. One is Marcus Smart, former Defensive Player of the Year, sitting in Memphis. I know he hurting right now. He's like, damn. Maybe Malcolm Brogdon, he was on this team last year. I know he's like, damn. Robert Williams, the second, whatever his last name was. I know he mad. Damn. But I know who should be very, 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 very disappointed in themselves for even signing on to do this trade to get Jrue Holiday there. And you guys already know who I'm talking about. I don't even need to say his name. I'm going to say this. He wears number 34 and plays in Milwaukee. Let this be a lesson to him. Don't ever make a stupid-ass trade like that ever again, because you pretty much gave your, I can't call him rival. I guess you could say somewhat rival. They gave the rival a very, very, very useful piece to win this championship. I don't think people truly understand the impact that Jrue Holiday had on the Boston Celtics. Not just on the Boston Celtics, but also on the Milwaukee Bucks itself. I just don't think they understand that. They look, see, this is the problem with the younger generation. They look at scoring to be the end-all, be-all. No, Jrue Holiday did things that Tatum and Brown weren't going to do like that all the time, or anybody else was going to do. Because everything is not about scoring. It's not about scoring. It's about doing what you can do, making the extra play that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Defense, hustle plays, cerebral plays out there. That's what Jrue Holiday was for the Milwaukee Bucks. And now they got Lame Dollar, who ain't going to do half of the stuff that Jrue Holiday did during the run for the Bucks, or even the run that the Celtics just went on, despite how easy it was. But still, I had to tell people over and over again what Jrue Holiday is worth more than what Dame can do. Yes, Dame could score, but Jrue Holiday is like a Swiss Army knife out there. You know what Jrue Holiday kind of reminds me of also? Because some people equate him to freaking Chauncey Billups. Jrue Holiday kind of reminds me of Joe Dumars. And you know how some of these people don't even know who, younger dudes probably don't even know who Joe Dumars is. Joe Dumars played both sides of the ball. Shoot, you could even say Sidney Moncrief, who played both sides of the ball. Sidney Moncrief was, I think, a 2-time, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Defense wins championships. Don't matter what sport you play. Baseball too. If you can, it's fine if you can. Everyone on your team can go up to bat and hit a triple or single or a home run every once in a while. The bats are just on fire, but if you can't stop nobody on the bases, you're going to lose. Same thing with football. You can have a quarterback throwing out there for 400 yards, a running back that can run for 145 yards. Well, what's the difference if what's it going to matter if your team on the defensive side can't stop a freaking leak? That's what happened to the Bucks this year. The Bucks were a top 5 defense under Jrue Holiday when Jrue Holiday was there. Now they dropped down to 20. I hope Giannis learns his lesson, but who knows with these players. See here. That's pretty much it. But yeah, congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They finally got their 18th title. They'll probably be the team with the most titles for some time now because Lakers ain't getting into no finals anytime soon. So Celtics will probably have this record of 18 championships probably for a long time. Because I think the next highest one is Golden State, and yeah, I don't see Golden State winning any more championships under the team they got now. But yeah, once again, not to repeat myself, but congratulations to the Boston Celtics. Tatum finally got his. Now we can stop hearing all this nonsensical nonsense about Tatum. It's funny though. They was talking about the Boston Celtics winning the championship 5-6 years ago. And nobody talked about Milwaukee winning one. And Milwaukee wins one before they do. But anyways, Lessons learned this season. Glad this season is over.